Hi class, this is Professor Larimore. Just trying to put a face with the name so that as you go through the course you can imagine me talking to you, hopefully. I apologize ahead of time. I tend to use quite a bit without realizing it. I make a conscious effort not to do it, but you will hear it now and then. So I apologize ahead of time. I wanted to talk to you about some of the things in the course that might be a little different because of the holiday. We have Thanksgiving coming up, and that will be reflected in week 5. So Thursday and Friday are holidays for the school. I have stretched out your due dates by 1 day, so things will be due 1 day later. It should be reflected in your assignments in the course. It should be reflected in the syllabus. If I missed it somewhere, I apologize ahead of time, and you can just let me know so that I can change it. It's sometimes difficult when you're doing online courses and you're flipping back and forth between screens to remember everything, so just let me know. The worksheets for weeks 5 through 7, you'll have a weekly worksheet, except for week 5 where you will have none. Those worksheets for 5 through 7 or 6 and 7 might have Sunday, due Sunday on the top of them, and you can ignore that because, like I said, I've adjusted those dates. The discussion board rubric and all of the other rubrics that I use to grade the course, your work in the course by, are available on the left-hand column of the course menu. You want to click in there and you want to look at those rubrics. That is what I'm grading you by. If you want to get a 5 every time on discussion board, look at the rubric and follow it, and you will get a 5 every time, as long as you provide enough information and things like that. But basically the guidelines are there to get the most points as you possibly can for all your assignments. Cyber Cafe is a wonderful place for students to talk to each other. I generally don't go in it very much. I kind of like to leave it for the students. I go in at the very beginning, the first week, to see if anybody has specific questions about the course that students may not have the answers to. So I do go in week 1, and I probably will go in about week 5 in case there's questions about some other things that are coming up in week 5, 6, and 7. So I'm going to go in a couple times in there. I do expect you to go in there twice. You can post things or just respond, whatever you want to do in there with your other student or with your peers, but you need to go in at least twice. It's part of your participation grade. Along that line, I also utilize the blog. The blog environment, for me, my impression is that it's more of a fun way of communicating and passing information around. I look forward to YouTubes, some jokes. You can put articles, a link to articles. You can do a variety of things and communicate information that you find through your research to your fellow students. I will go in once in a while and add something to the blog. Just because I blog it doesn't mean that you have to respond to every single thing that I post in there. It really is just for information. You can certainly respond if you're interested in communicating something about what I've posted with me and your fellow students. APA format. APA format is a professional way of writing, and being in the master's program elevates you professionally. Once you, whether this is your first course or your last course, as you go through using APA format and doing the research and writing these papers, moves you up the ladder in professional writing and professional presentation. I know that as a student, when I did my master's, I was really surprised at how I changed from the beginning to the end. in what I could do and was able to do, and do it in a more professional manner. APA format is a big part of that. And I do use, when I'm grading, I will look at APA format very closely. So you want to make sure that you have access to the APA format. It can be accessed online, it can be accessed through a textbook, new, used, whatever, doesn't really matter to me as long as you're following that format. And make sure that you're looking at the sixth edition of APA format. And I know there's something else I want to talk about, but I can't think of it right at the moment. So, welcome to my class. It's good to have you all. I will be putting a lot of announcements on at the beginning of the course, things that I think you need to know that hopefully will make the course run smoother, plus some information that helps with blog discussion and things like that. I am very accessible. Anytime that you have issues, problems, needs, whatever, you are more than welcome to contact me by email. I also have my cell phone number under the faculty contact area. Please don't hesitate to contact me. I'd rather you call me or email me at the beginning of a problem rather than to wait towards the end and then we're shuffling to try to figure out what to do. So please don't hesitate to do that. I look forward to communicating and assisting you through this course. And I hope you have a good first week. Talk to you later.